Hey everybody, it's Becky. I'm back today with a video that I'm very excited to film. This has taken me a lot of research and time to put together this information, and what it is Christian music for young girls, anybody in general, but specifically young girls and tween type ages. We had actually found a couple artists before that we liked, and then I really wanted to find some more that my daughter could add to her collection. So what I've got is a list of the ones that I have found, and some of them are not like, they're all considered religious music, but they're not always about God or Jesus or whatever, which is fine if they are, but a lot of them are inspirational, motivational, and to help girls with self-confidence and bullying and things like that. So the first one, and my very favorite one, and I thought I have the cover of a couple of these, is Brittnicole. There's going to be lots of links down in the description box of the artists and some links to some of their videos and things like that. This is I think it's her second album. We have the other one, which I actually like better. But she has a really upbeat pop kind of a sound, really happy and religious, and that one, I think she, of all of the list, is really the most a nice mix of motivational, inspirational, and religious. I mean, there are things where she mentions God and things like that, but there's just a lot of really happy music videos to go along with the songs, and they're really about self-confidence and body image and things like that. So I really, really love her, and she is my favorite. And she's one of these that I would listen to on my own on purpose. You know, it's not like some kids' music, you wouldn't necessarily listen to it if you don't have the kids with you. But this one I actually really would like. And it sounds like something you would hear on the radio, but you don't have to worry about curse words and things like that. Of course, I will suggest with anything, this is my opinion, I would not let my kids listen to music that has cuss words or dirty, you know, off-color connotations to them. But you, of course, will want to screen anything that somebody says, you know, this is good for your kids if you want to. You know, screen them, listen to the song lyrics, and watch the videos or whatever. But I think this is pretty much as clean and pure as it's going to get. So that's Brittnicole. And then the next one is another girl group, and this is Barlow Girl. And we have two different ones of these. And it's basically a lot of ballads, but there's a lot more of a rock-inspired theme, whereas Brittnicole with more pop kind of music, like what you'd hear on the radio now, kind of a pop Taylor Swift kind of sound. Barlow Girl has a lot of the ballads and then a lot more rock-inspired. So there's electric guitar involved in certain songs. So I really like those. We have two of theirs. And then One Girl Nation, that's this one. It is obviously a group of girls. Again, it's a very pop, upbeat, inspired, Taylor Swift inspired sound. So definitely something that young girls would like to dance to and to sing to and things like that. So we really like those. Which one? I don't have the other cases up here. Another one that we really like is the Rubies, and I don't have their CD. I couldn't find it to purchase except for on iTunes. So I did purchase that on iTunes. It was like $9.90, and there's a couple of really good songs on there. My favorite is Lead Me to the Cross. That I've heard that many times at church, and a lot of times when I look up on YouTube different versions of that song, I don't really like them, but I really like their version. And they have kind of a Katy Perry, I would say Katy Perry inspired. My daughter says more like Selena Gomez, but kind of that sound to it. So a little bit more edgy than a Taylor Swift kind of a sound. But still really fun and good pop, a good mix of like upbeat songs and then some slower songs. V Rose is another one. This one of all of them is one that I would say is a little bit more tuned for an older girl, just because some of the content. So maybe, you know, 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there. I just feel like that her music's a lot edgier, and some of the things she mentions about drinking and things like that, I feel like we aren't ready for with a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old. But it is a pop electric type sound, so it's a really interesting mix. And it's, of course, a female. So, you know, you'd be the judge of if you think that your kids are ready for that. I mean, it's not bad by any means. It's certainly not curse words or anything. It's just, you know, the subject matter is a little bit more for an older kid. And then I think the last one I have is Danny Gokey. If any of you remember from American Idol a couple years ago, I don't think he won that year, but he came out with a CD, a couple different ones. And the one he has now, it's listed as country, but it's country Christian. It's what it says. I haven't listened to this whole album, so you'll want to listen to it and make sure that the whole album is okay. But the main one that I like, and this is his Hope in Front of Me album. That's specifically the song. It's my favorite song. It's also the title of the album. I do know that he's been going around to different churches and singing that song. So, like I said, I don't know if all the songs are okay. You'll want to double check. But that song in particular is a really good one. And it's inspired by his struggles because his first wife died, and he was talking about on his webpage about his search for answers and his relationship with God and how his faith got him through that. And a lot of those songs, you know, he wrote based on different experiences that happened to him after she passed away. So that's a really good CD to look into, and that's definitely something that I think adults would like too. But like I said, I like all of these songs. I mean, these are definitely things that I would listen to on purpose, even if it wasn't a Christian necessarily, you know, genre or a religious genre. I think it's still good music. It's upbeat, it's happy. It's not the kind of thing that, you know, you're going to get bored listening to, or you're going to have to struggle through to listen to when your kids are listening to it in the car or whatever. And I feel confident, you know, putting it on her iPod and letting her listen to those, with exception of the Danny Gokey one, which I have not listened to yet, and the V Rose one, which we're waiting till she's older. But the Brittnicole, Barlow Girl, and One Girl Nation, definitely she listens to those whenever she wants, and my youngest daughter likes them too. So there will be lots of links in the description box, links to the web pages. If I can find, you know, video links, I'll link those, just so you can check it out, because, you know, it's taken me a long time to find these people and, you know, go through a lot of the songs, because if it's one song that we like, that's great, that's one song. But I wanted to try to find an album that had a lot of different types of songs on the album that were all appropriate. And so this is what I have compiled so far. I hope this was helpful to you guys. Let me know in the description box if you have any other artists to suggest that we could check into. And please like this video if you like it, and share it with anybody that you know that would be interested in finding music like this for their kids. Subscribe if you haven't already. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers lately, and I have a Facebook page. I've had it for a while. It's a very small Facebook page, but I'm trying to get it built up so that we can all kind of talk on there and share tips and things like that whenever we feel like talking together. So feel free to stop over there if you want to and say hey, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.